Hey YouTube, what's going on? So just got home from my locals and I got into Dragon Ball Super card game probably about 2 months ago. Back when set 12 was just released, and this is my first time actually getting top 2 at a tournament. And this was at my locals and I was pretty happy. And what I was playing was Golden Great Ape Son Goku. This is a deck tech. So on the Unawakened side, I'm sure a lot of people know it. It's been a leader that's been out for a while. When this card attacks a leader card, draw a card. Pretty simple. When you awaken, you untap 2 energy, switch them to active mode. When you awaken him, long odds Son Goku. When this card attacks, draw a card. Pretty simple. When your life is less than or equal to your opponent's life, this card gets +5 power and critical. That isn't hard to do with what my deck does. Yeah, it takes life quite a bit. But yeah, let's go through this deck tech. First, we're going to go with the Unisons. I have 3 Unisons. If I can pick this up. Vegeta, Unison of Furry. Active main once per turn, choose this card or one of your battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Add a marker to this card. Now, just so you guys know, this is kind of like a soon to be updated list. These are actually going to be changed for the Unisons, the promos that come with set 13, and leader is also going to be changed for the Son Goku Jr. leader that you get with the pre-release for set 13. But choose this card or one of your battle cards, switch it to rest mode, add a marker to this card. That I do with the swaps, but you'll see that later. -1, your opponents can't attack with battle cards with energy cost greater than their current energy until the end of their next turn. It stops a lot of like Sin Shinron and Brawly and OG Brawly, a lot of stuff like that just wants to cheat things into play, kind of like what my swap does. But it does my opponents, not me. -3, this is kind of just a, it's got enough markers on it. Let's just use it as a beater. Choose up to one of your opponent's energy, switch it to rest mode. Then this card gets +5 power, so it becomes a 20. Double strike and dual attack for the turn. So, tap something of theirs down. Then it's a 20k double strike dual attack for the turn. I got 3 of those. Getting into the extra cards. For playing yellow, you should know we're going to play 4 Flying Nimbus. Counter attack, negate the attack, then you may place 1 yellow card in your hand in the drop area. If you do so, your opponent can only attack 1 more time with the battle cards for the duration of the turn. Pretty simple. I think everyone knows how those play. Then I play 2 Vegeta's Final Flash. Active battle. Leader is yellow. Choose up to one of your leader battle cards. Give it +15 power for the duration of the battle. If all of your energy is yellow when you activate this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring bury, and a gated skill for the duration of the turn. This deck is a mono yellow deck, so you are always going to be able to do the auto. So it's just really good combo. Then, because I am a swap deck, I'm running 4 Successor of Hopes. Just a 0 cost tutor. You can get to up to 1 Goku lineage card, 5 or less, with swap from your deck and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. this can get our whole board, our whole swap. Other than the 2 cost, that we cannot get, but we can get the 1, we can get the 4 and the 5s. Anything that we need. Then some people tell me I should run time magics instead of these. Instant transmission, I run 3 of them. It is basically, because I'm running a Goku lineage, this is online just as soon as I start the match. Counterattack, negate the attack. If your leader card is Goku lineage, when you activate this card, counter, you may choose 1 card in your life and add it to your hand. If you do so, you may activate this card's counter without paying its energy cost. I feel this is better than Time Magic. It's the same thing as Time Magic, but it's just in play right from the get-go. To me, it's a better Time Magic for what the deck is. Then this, I found, I kind of did a tweak of this deck from Sensu Pop channel. Shout out to him. But this, I thought that was OP. If your leader card is Goku lineage with Son Goku in its character's name, it gains plus 15 power and double strike. Okay, so 15 power and double strike, right? Now, you have him on the Awakened side. He already has, if your life is less than or equal to your opponent's, you're getting plus 5 power and critical. So he's 20 and critical right there. Then you put this on him. He's 35k, double critical. Like, I don't know why anyone else isn't doing this. To me, that's just really, really effing good. I could probably run more than 2 in here, but 2 to me just works good. If anything, I would probably add 1 more, but for me right now, 2 runs good. And then another searcher, because everything in the deck is a Saiyan, so Planet Vegeta. Just search for something in your deck that is a Saiyan and bring it in. With the Planet Vegeta out here, we'll leave this right here. Big reason why that is in the deck, not only does it search anything in our deck, but BMS. I mean, you can't go wrong. This was a MVP to me in the whole day. I only have 1 in the deck, and it was never in my life. It was always in my deck that I was able to search off of Planet. So that was one of the good things for running that. Then also, because it is a great ape with Planet, it's just good. The Great Ape, Bardock, Raiders, Warcry. If you combo with this, right? Yes, it's expensive to combo with this, but when you combo with this, it comes right into play. Then you can rest up one of your battle cards of your opponent, and then you have a double strike. And then with Planet Vegeta out, at the end of your turn, even though you attacked with it, right, you now stand it. So now it's, I mean, if I could give this blocker, that'd be awesome, but they can't really kill it because it's not tapped. You're right. It's not in rest mode, it's now in active mode. So that's clutch. So that's kind of the start of the battle cards. The super combo that I run in this is, it is fetchable off of Planet Vegeta, and it is also fetchable off of Successor of Hope. It is the Goku lineage super combo, which is just, if your life is at 4 or less, you get plus 10k and draw one card. Pretty simple. I've been thinking about taking this out and running the Krillin, which says that you put one card to the bottom and you draw two cards. But this is fetchable off of two different things. So to me, I think that's pretty good. That's one reason that's going to make me keep it in it, just because it's fetchable through two different options. Now we'll go into the swap mechanic. We can't play Bardock because Bandai doesn't let us have fun. So we're going to play 4 of adoptive father son Gohan. It has swap 2 and blocker. So, you know, if you get into a pinch and you have it and you can't find your 2 that is not, it's only searchable through planet. So at least as you can use this as a blocker until you find it. The 2 cost that we run is the one that actually got unbanned. For a while this was banned. And we're running 2 cost Scrambling Assault Son Goten. This comes in through swap through the 1 because the 1 has swap 2. So you swap into this, swing with it. You look at the top 3, put any one of those cards into my hand and the other 2 on the bottom. Really good. You can search for anything that is in the deck. Just pick a card out of the top 3. Then with that, from there, we go right into the 4-drop. For 1 mana, for 1 yellow, you go right into the 4-drop. And when you do swap, you give up a life. So, like I said, that we are giving up life a lot. BMS, you give up a life and it gets plus 10k, right? And he's just a 15k swing. Then you have this guy. So you take a life because you played it through swap, and now you have a 15k barrier. So yes, it doesn't have deflect, so Trunks can bounce it back to your hand, which my best friend plays blue, so I deal with that all the time. But it's pretty easy to get back out. 1 into the Gohan, and then you swap into the Goten, and then another 1 to get into this. So it's pretty easy to do it. And then from there, we swap into our 5-drop. My 5-drop, which I have 4 of, is Pan the Gorgeous Youth. This one has deflect, and when you use swap to get into her, you can get 2 5-drop cards of different names. So 1 from hand and 1 from the deck. So for that, I'm actually running 3 of the ultimate form Son Gokus. Now, when you get the 1 from hand and the 1 from deck, their skills are negated, but their auto still go off. So this one is the auto. It's a double strike, right? But when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, KO it, and if it was in rest mode, you draw a card. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot with this deck that rest cards, but comes into play as a 25 single, but then your next turn it's 25 double. Then the other 5 that I have, and again 3 of, is the 1 from the starter deck, which is Son Goku at the Apex. So it has swap 8, barrier, double strike. You don't get this when it comes into play right away, but you get it on your next turn. But the auto is when you play this card, if your leader is Goku's lineage, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So again, you don't get the red stuff, right? But what you do get is when it comes into play, you KO it, and it's a 25. Then your next turn, it has the barrier double strike. So your first turn is 25, KO something. Next turn is double strike. More double damage. Then the other one that I run, which is a 2 of, which is also from the starter deck, is Reborn Might Son Goku. So again, you do not get the swap 8, you do not get the active main, but it's a big beefy 25 guy. And on your next turn though, you do get the active mode once per turn. You choose one card from your life and add it to your hand. Switch this card to active mode, and if you have 2 or less life, this card gains triple strike. 25 triple strike. Really, really good. Now I do not have the Height of Mastery yet. It's still coming in the mail, but I figured, I'll just give it a shot, see what happens, and I ended up in second place. So I'm like really happy with that. Now, card that I was testing out, which seems fun for this deck, because I do have some Universe 7 cards in here, and when I get Height of Mastery, there'll be even more in here to do this with. Yeah, Son Goku, Hope of Universe 7. This right now is my boss card. So yeah, you just pay 1, place 2 Universe 7 from your hand in the drop area, and Universe 7 with an energy cost of 5 or more. So right now there's only 3 of these. So as long as I have 1 on the board and 2 in my hand, right, there's my 3. I mean, I did it 1 game just because of it's what I had. And it came in really good because it's triple attack crit. So again, just a big stupid beater. I mean, I don't get the auto because my leader card is not green, but I still get a triple attack crit. That's my deck tech as of right now. I'm still waiting for my Height of Masteries and stuff like that, but yeah, guys, that's my deck tech for Long Odds Son Goku. I don't really get to do YouTube a whole lot, but when I am actually excited about something and I feel I had fun with it, that's when I usually do it. Yeah, I'm usually busy doing a lot of shit during my time, so when I do have time to make a YouTube, it's kind of just for fun. But yeah, that is the deck tech, and this one was actually fun to play, and I'm probably going to keep it built, and I'm going to revamp it with the set 13 promos for the pre-release, which again I said is going to be a different leader, and we're actually going to have a Unison that's made for this archetype, which I cannot wait for. But right now I'm having a lot of fun with this one. It's really aggro based, but you can also play control with it. So again, guys, this is my deck tech. You guys have a good night. We'll catch you on the next one.